Hey everybody, today I want to take a look at some NHL teams that are really having good starts to the season, much better starts to the year than I thought they were going to have. So before we begin, I just ask that you subscribe if you are new, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Both of those things help the channel so much and are greatly appreciated. Let's get into it here. These are teams that are off to pretty good starts, or at least better starts than what I was expecting them to be this season. So it's not necessarily just the best teams in the league, because some of them I thought were going to be some of the best teams in the league. This is about teams that are overperforming my expectations for them this year. So we're going to start with the Winnipeg Jets, who are 7-3-1 and third in the North Division, only trailing behind the Toronto Maple Leafs and Montreal Canadiens, both who also are off to phenomenal starts. But I expected those teams to be good. Winnipeg, I had finishing sixth in this division in my preseason predictions. That obviously doesn't appear to be the case as to what's going to happen here, as the Jets have been a lot better than I thought they were going to be. Obviously, very good record here in their first 11 games, and they've just been really, really impressive. Hellebuck is playing great in goal again. They're getting a lot of offense, particularly from their top six. They traded Line, and that hasn't seemed to really hurt them much at all. Winnipeg is just getting off to a really solid start. My problem with Winnipeg going into the season was their defense. I did not think that defense core was good enough for them to be a winning team. And so far, they have actually been okay defensively, and I was completely wrong about that. At least to this point, their D looks fine. There's certainly not a lot of superstars, or really any superstars on that D core, but they're just getting it done as a team and finding ways to win games. So Winnipeg is the first one that I have on this list. Not that they're in any particular order, but the next team I want to talk about is the Florida Panthers, who are 6-1-2 to start the season and third in the Central Division. I did not expect Florida to be this good. I had them missing the playoffs this year. Obviously, they've only played 9 games, so they still could, but they've gotten off to a very, very good start. They've played really well. They only have 1 regulation loss so far. And it's been a really solid start to the year. And for a team that lost Dadonov, that lost Hoffman, really thought that, they lost some talent, particularly up front this offseason. They've actually looked better this year than they did last season, which I think means they brought in some more guys who, it's not really about the talent level, it's about the work ethic, and I think they've brought in some guys who really enhance the team's work ethic, and they've been grinding out games a lot more, rather than trying to win with flashy goals and just strictly talent. So I've been impressed with the Florida Panthers, and they are off to a really, really solid start, and we'll see if it can keep up over the course of the season, but they've been good, for sure. Better than I thought they were going to be. Next, also from the Central Division, I have the Chicago Blackhawks, who are 5-4-4 to start the season and currently in 5th in the Central. They have played a lot of games, but the fact that Chicago is over 500 gets them on the list for me, because if you remember my preseason predictions, had Chicago finishing last in this division. I thought their goaltending was going to be an absolute disaster with Delia and Subban, but now Kevin Lankinen has really come onto the scene here out of nowhere. I was not expecting this. Lankinen has come on and really looked like a starting goaltender for Chicago, and like he could be a really good starter for the Chicago Blackhawks. Subban's played better in the last few games that he's played as well. So Chicago has definitely outperformed what I thought they were going to be able to do this year. They're over 500 right now, just sitting outside of a playoff spot, and obviously still a long way to go. I've been impressed. All the injuries, no Seabrook, no Taves, no Kirby Dach. They've had a COVID outbreak, so they've missed guys like Boquist and DeBrincat and others for multiple games this season. Their goaltending situation was bad from the start, but now Lankinen has come in and really, really performed well, kind of out of nowhere. So Chicago just overall is outperforming what I thought they were going to be able to do this year by a lot. Next up now, number 4 on the list, I have the Arizona Coyotes, who are also, much like Chicago, one game above 500 and greatly outperforming my expectations for them this year. Arizona is 6-5-1 and currently sitting in 4th place in the West Division. I did not expect this team to be over 500. I knew that they were going to be good defensively. This Coyotes group is always good defensively. Kemper is a good enough goaltender to steal some games for them, but I did not see the offense with this team. Looking at their roster on paper, I was not expecting this team to be able to score goals, and I thought they were going to be down, near the bottom of the West because of it. And so far, that has not been the case. They're over 500. They've actually scored quite a few more goals this season already than I was expecting them to. And they've looked a lot better than I thought they were going to be. So, huge props to the Arizona Coyotes for that. Certainly outplaying my initial expectations for this team. And I don't know, they're right on that playoff line. I don't know if they're going to get in or not, but like I said at the start of the season, that 4th spot in that West Division is completely up for grabs for a number of different teams to be in on it. And Arizona certainly looks like they're going to be one of those teams in fighting for that position all season long. So huge props to them. They've had a really good start, or at least a better start than what I was expecting. And that brings us to our last team. It's the Anaheim Ducks, also from the West Division, who are 5-5-3, 5th in the division. And Anaheim is on this list because I had them finishing dead last in the West this year. I was expecting an abysmal season for the Anaheim Ducks. Certainly not 500. Now, are they a playoff team? Probably not. Are they, off to this fantastic start? No, it's not like they're 7-3 like Winnipeg. They're 5-5-3, but it's just the fact that they are greatly outplaying what I thought they were going to be able to do this year. I thought they were going to be pretty much a bottom 2 team in that division all season long. I picked them to finish last. I really just wasn't expecting much from the Ducks this year. It's kind of still a rebuild year for them, but they've been able to hold their own. They've been much more competitive in games than I thought they were going to be. They've got 5 wins already this season. I figured they would probably only have 2 or 3 at this point. John Gibson showing just how good of a goaltender he is. And he's, really stealing some games for them along the way. So I've been impressed with the Anaheim Ducks, and they've certainly been better than I expected heading into this year. So those are 5 teams in the NHL that so far have been surprisingly good, in my opinion. They've certainly outplayed my expectations for them. They've been better than I thought they were going to be, and I feel like they deserve some credit. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon, merchandise store, and donation link are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.